Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello everyone. I want to apologize immensely for the show starting at this hour. I left and then I had some trouble. A little bit of trouble. I'm good. It just took time that I didn't anticipate. So like I didn't anticipate doing what I was doing to take as long as it took. But sometimes that's life. So once again, my apology. And thank you, Ty Boxing. So now Jeannie Mai no longer has to worry about learning to speak the South. Shaking my head. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. So what up, good people? Thank you so much. And I took my time commenting on Jeezy and Jeanie Mai. And the reason why I took my time uh, commenting on Jeezy and Jeanie Mai's divorce is because I was trying to allow it time to unfold what was going on. Maybe the reason for the divorce would come out, because I didn't want to jump out the window and be like, oh, it's her fault. She's doing this, she's doing that. A bunch of speculation that didn't have anything to go on, because I don't follow celebrities. If something comes up or something goes viral, I'll cover it. But in my normal time, in my normal life, I don't follow celebrity gossip or news. And so I just sort of took my time, and uh I wanted to sort of just wait to see what was going on with Jeezy and Jeanie Mai. Now, it's been a couple of weeks since the announcement of their divorce. And I've been listening to different people's take and things of that nature. Y'all like this time better? Y'all like a later time better? Is that what I'm seeing in the chat? Y'all like later time better? That's interesting. Everything's fine. You know how you go and you do something, but it takes much longer than you thought it was gonna take. It's all right. It's all right. But y'all like this later time better? Oh, I'll I'll take that into consideration. Um, Barry says stay at the same time. So I kind of was not really wanting it to be true. And the reason why I didn't want it to be true is because Jeannie always spoke so highly of Jeezy. She spoke very highly of him as a person and him as her husband. Now, since the divorce was announced, a lot of stuff has resurfaced. Things like clips with her talking about uh she liked dark meat on the side. So she's attracted to black men, but not something that she would get married to and things of that nature. Then there was the interview clips that were going around where she was talking about her anger issues and things of that nature. And maybe perhaps that was something that played a role in the divorce, or maybe, but because Jeezy filed the divorce, he filed it, and he actually filed it in, I think, June or July. So it was earlier this year that he actually like put the paperwork in. And so this is something that um has been on his mind anyway. Now they've only been together for like 2.5 years or something like that. So it's very short, a very short marriage. Within this very short marriage, they had a child. Okay. So we kind of all know the background of Jeannie not wanting to have a child with a previous husband. Okay. And then getting with Jeezy and wanted to and had a child with him. Um and so now the child is only like a year old or so, and they are getting a divorce. So I wanted to read an article that sort of paints a little bit of a different picture, because I don't think it was her attitude. I don't think that it was her so-called anger issues necessarily. I don't think I don't think it was that in particular. However, I do think it was something that she was doing or not doing too consistently. And my guess is that she was doing something that he didn't want her to do. And because she couldn't stop it or wouldn't stop it, he ended up filing for divorce. Now, here's the thing. While we are going to talk about it from Jeannie Mai's perspective, I'm thinking that red flags were ignored on both sides. Because Jeezy he has never been married before Jeannie, but he has had relationships and he has children prior to her. He had like 3 kids prior to her with, I think, 2 different women. Okay, or something like that. So I'm going to say something that might be unpopular. Men who have multiple baby mamas are to have a side eye given to them. You got to proceed with caution with a man that not only has children, him having children is not a problem, but him having more than a couple of baby mamas that he is not with and that he was not married to prior to having children with them. You got to give that guy a side eye and you got to vet him properly. Because most men that's got something going on do not spread their seed like that. They don't do it. Most men learn once. Might have had a couple of kids with one woman. That relationship didn't work out. See, if it's way in his past, you might can get over that. But if it's something kind of recent, you got to step back and you got to look at it. Because see, he's the common denominator in those relationships. Now he's got a marriage that didn't work. So Jeannie and his other 2 baby mamas, I believe, these are relationships that he's the common denominator in, and they failed. Now, same can be said with Jeannie. Now, she's not a baby mama. It's not like she came with children. But she did come with, I believe, 2 failed marriages with her beloved Mr. Cartwright. Okay? So now she had 2 relationships that she was the common denominator in, and they failed. So these are red flags. Flags on the play that I believe both of them were ignoring. Michael McCoo said 1. I thought she was married twice before, but I could be wrong. I know for a fact she was married to that other man like 10, 11 years, something like that. The man that she divorced just previously to get married to Jeezy. Now, there is a different problem going on because they got along with each other. I don't think that they couldn't get along with one another. Let me read this article. I'm going to tell you what got between them. haven't been great. Jeanie Mai and Jeezy reportedly still living together in Georgia home amid divorce filing and months of marital struggle. So Jeezy fans were not the only ones left stunned when the rapper filed for divorce from Jeanie Mai after 2 years of marriage. New details about the separation suggest that the former Real co-host also may have been blindsided by the rapper's decision. The petition, filed in Fulton County Superior Court on September the 14th, reportedly came after months of turmoil. Jeezy, whose real name is J. Wayne Jenkins, is reportedly seeking to share custody of the couple's 1-year-old daughter, Monica. Things haven't been great between Jeannie and Jeezy for a few months, but she is still very surprised that he filed for divorce, claimed a purported insider. Okay. Since the filing, she's been taking time for herself and taking a break from work commitments. She has been spending more time in LA, and her mom is with her and supporting her during this transition. The individual continued. That's the problem. We're going to continue. In his filing, the Leave You Alone artist stated that he and Mai are living in a bona fide state of separation. A bona fide state of separation. I mean, we in this house, but we are not talking. We are not communicating if it's not about that child. If it is not about important things that we must communicate about, but all that talking about our relationship and getting that back on track, not happening. When a man can live in the house with you and not be with you, that he's done. He's absolutely, he's done. He's done. That's the worst possible case. He in the house and he is not feeling it. Usually you can get a man back into the groove. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Usually you can get a man back into the groove. If he's in the house with you, then you can speak with him. You can talk to him. You can communicate verbally, non-verbally. You can be kind to him. You can do service for him. You can do all of the good things, all of the things for him. If you are still in that house with him and he's not having none of it, he don't want the catering. He don't want it. He don't want it. He's not accepting it. He's done. And it's dangerous because you might not be able to retrieve this relationship at all. And see, when you can sit in the same house as a man and he look at you, a woman that he been sleeping with, had kids with, been loving on, booed up with, and he can look at you and just turn around like you ain't standing there. It's a problem. Okay. In this filing, the Leave You Alone artist stated that he and Mai are living in a bona fide state of separation. However, TMZ claims that the estranged husband and wife are still cohabitating in their Georgia home. The outlet's source alleges that Mai and Jeezy share limited interactions and that the anxiety and tension in the house are palpable. Atlanta Black Star obtained court records that show the Grammy Award nominee had been contemplating pulling the plug on their union since June. Despite the filing, he has continued to be seen wearing his wedding band in public, and Mai is still using her married last name on social media. Seems very narcissistic on his part. You filed and chose to stick around and torture her. Boy, bye and get out. Wrote one person on social media. Imagine fighting for your relationship and the whole world in tune. Like, that gotta suck. Other reports suggest that the Emmy-winning TV host had been fighting to restore her union amid claims that differing family values and expectations led to their separation. But at least one fan has joined Mai in having high hopes of reconciliation. One comment read, if Ray J and Princess can come back 4 times so they can fight for your marriage. Amid their silence, rumors of Mai being unfaithful led to speculation of alleged affair between her and actor Mario Lopez. Her team since has shut down any chatter of the sort. Other speculations include Mai's hot temper and her mother living with the couple as possible factors in the failed marriage. Mai was previously married for a decade to actor Freddie Hartees. I guess that's how you say that. This makes Jeezy's first marriage, though he was engaged to his ex-fiancée Mallette, with whom he shares a daughter. He also has 2 adult sons from previous relationships. So I'm going to stop sharing. The mother is the problem. Her mama brings out the hyena in Jeannie Mai, because her mama's a hyena. Jeannie so much as basically said that she wanted to conduct her marriage differently than her mother conducted marriage with her father. Because her mother wore the pants, her mother was just this dominant, woman. She was a hyena in the house. And Jeannie stated that she believed that this is why her previous relationships didn't actually work, because she was patterning herself after her mom's behavior, and that did not do well in relationships. It didn't foster good relationships. Okay? And she has had a strained relationship with her mother for quite some time due to a situation where Jeannie says she had been harassed or whatever, and her mom didn't believe her. Okay? Until way later. So they had a strained relationship. Typically, when a daughter doesn't want to be a hyena and she was raised by a hyena, that relationship is a love-hate. It's a love-hate relationship. I love my mom, but I can't stand the way that she acts. Also, the other nuance to that is that a lot of times the hyena in your mom can bring out the hyena in the daughter. Get around her mama and start acting different. My assessment does not have to be 100% correct, but I surmise that mama in the house, that her and that mama would low-key gang up on Jeezy if something happened that the mother didn't approve of, and Jeannie was okay with it, but her mom get in her ear, why are you letting him talk to you this way? Blah, 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 blah. And Jeannie's all right with it. And Jeannie seemed like the type that's weak when it come to her mama. Like she don't check her mama. Like she don't be like, Mom, you can stay here or whatever, because if you need a place to stay or whatever, because a lot of times in the Asian cultures, your parents stay with you, right? Your parents can stay with you. But she seemed like the type that is weak when it comes to her mama. Like her mother can cow her. Her mother, all her mama gotta do is raise up a little bit, and Jeannie will buckle under her mom. And she will do what her mom want her to do in opposition to what her and Jeezy have agreed to do in their relationship. And she let mama following her mama's SOS instead of following her husband's SOS. See, you can't talk submission, you got to do submission. Submission is not just feeling a certain kind of way when you look at your husband and da-da-da. Okay, that's nice. But true submission from a lioness is to follow the leadership and the guidance of her husband. 2, you ignore other people's input in your relationship. If you're okay with what you and your husband have intended to do, how you gonna raise your kids, how you gonna do this and that, how you gonna run your house, how you gonna run your relationship, if you're good with what you and your husband have come to, you cannot let your mammy talk to you and talk you out of it. First of all, she in the house. But I wouldn't care if my mama was in the house or not in the house. You can't know all my business. You're not going to know all of my business. I'm not going to talk to you about everything that's going on between me and my husband because you meddle. You meddles and you mixes around and you study sign around trying to get little information so you can have an opinion on it. We're not doing none of it. We're not doing none of it, moms. Okay? The most you got is a good morning, Jay. Good morning, son-in-law. You know, how you doing, son-in-law? You all right? That kind of stuff. And stay out my husband's face. You don't have any jurisdiction to ask him no questions. I don't need you questioning him. I don't need you trying to talk to him about something that me and him have decided, things that me and him are going to do. I don't need you figuring behind us. Don't do that. I'm telling you that's what it was. That mama is meddling and Jeannie is letting her meddle. She's allowing her to meddle. And she done meddle one too many times. And Jeezy done told her, hey, keep your mom's in our business. She's in our business. Can't you see, girl, your mama's trying to end this? Keep your mama out of our business, Jeannie. Now, you know, I'm letting your mom stay here. You saying that's part of, you know, your culture. You want your mama, you know, all right, because you know black folk don't do that. Black folk don't do that. Your mama can't just stay with you and ain't like no issue going on. Where your man at, mama? You see what I'm saying? We don't do that. So keep your mama out of it. She came to me. Do you realize that your mama had the audacity and the unmitigated gall to come over here and ask me about something that you and I discussed in confidence? So first of all, you tell her intimate business. I don't like that. And number 2, she feels the like she got the right to come and talk to me about decisions that being made in my house with my wife and my kids. So what you gonna do? Is you gonna have to, I don't know what you gonna say to her, but you gonna have to say something. Now I'm gonna give you an opportunity to check your mama. Oh, but in our culture, I don't care nothing about that, Jeannie. Get your mama in check. You either get her in check or I'm gonna get her in check. You don't want me to say nothing. I promise you don't want me to say it. I'm telling you, that was a conversation more than once or twice. You don't want me to go in there and check your mama. So what I suggest, Jeannie, is that you do it. You do it. That's more than fair. Let me get to these super chats. Thank you, Miss Lucasey, for your super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you, Almond Eyes. Says, so it's a good idea to have the same woman that didn't believe you had been violated up in your house around your husband. No wonder he wants out. That's what I'm saying. You had the type of relationship with your mama that your mama need her own space. Like not in your house, not in your husband's house. Not in your husband's house. See, you probably push the issue until Jeezy gave in. Okay, all right, we can let your mama stay. Red flag. Problematic. So I agree with that. Thank you, Mogul. So I think she just had a real destructive past and Jeezy didn't pay close attention. Thank you, Lindsay, for your super sticker as well. Thank you again, Miss Lucas. I agree with that assessment. I had a friend with a mom who did not want her to date because she was afraid to be left alone. Thank you to Renzo. So exactly why I say to everyone, through neuro-linguistic programming, one can change the narrative, the epigenetic psychological narrative, the gene curse breaker. And thank you, Dub Will. So I have a wonderful mother and mother-in-law and love them both to death, but there's not a chance in Hades I'm letting either move in with me and my wife. That situation was doomed from the start. Okay? Mama is a hyena. And her back feet was tracked all through the house. And it was bringing out Jeannie's back feet. See, I'm telling you about the nuance. She would fold under her mom. And then get bold with Jeezy. Tell me I'm lying. She would fold like a lawn chair when her mama rose up and you know what I'm saying, and kind of asserted herself and blah, 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 blah. No, Jeannie. And pulled the mama card on her. See, this is where you get a weak hyena. Okay? A weak hyena, weak to the matriarch. See the other hyenas in the clan, you can't challenge the matriarch unless you're ready to take her head off. You got to be ready to take that matriarch head off. Other than that, you need to back off, fall all the way back. Fall back. If you ain't ready to take that matriarch head and take her place, you need to fall back when the matriarch bark at you. When she get the, you know what I'm saying? When the matriarch get the going at you and all, you got to back up. You got to back up. When that matriarch get the whooping and hollering through the plane. Now, she fold like a lawn chair with her mama, knowing full and well. See, Jeannie's the type that knows she should not be listening to her mama, that knows she need to be checking her mama, that know her mama don't need to be in their business, knowing their business, or having an opinion on what they are doing, have too much opinion on what was going on with that grandbaby and all of that. She knows she should not do that. But yet and still, she allow it to go on, and then she call herself stand her ground when Jeezy talk. When Jeezy assert himself as the husband, now she, you know what I'm saying, stand her ground. Oh no, Jeezy, no, I don't think we should do it like that. And why do we have, the study bargaining with him, but won't say nothing to her mammy? When her mammy the problem. And he always gotta accommodate. He always gotta back up. He always gotta, you know what I'm saying, be the one to be like, well, all right, I'm gonna let it go. And he just don't seem like he built for that. He just don't seem like he built for that. Girl, don't you know how I lead you? And your mammy? You must don't know, you don't understand what's going on here now, Jeannie. I love you. And I do want you. I do want to be married to you. But you got one more time, Jeannie. I'm telling you, you better check your mama. Know what it was? Know what it was? He checked her. He checked her mama. And Jeannie felt a way about that. She knew he was right. She knew he was right to go check her. And she knew she had every opportunity to check her mama before Jeezy got to her. But it was one of them times her mama spoke out of turn again with some information that she should not have had because Jeannie running her mouth. Okay. And he was up to here. Oh, she think I'm playing. You think I'm playing with you? I will check your mama. I'm going to go right in there in that room and I'm going to check your mama. Like a man should have been checked her. Like your daddy should have checked her. Because she in my house. You know, black folk take that serious, you in their house. We take that seriously. You in my house. You can't be telling me what's going on here and there in here. And I pay for this. You got to fall back. You got too many opinions. You got opinions like somebody that pay. You got to pay to have them kind of opinions in here. Okay? If you ain't paying, you can't have certain opinions. Yeah, keep that to yourself. You know, black folk, we don't allow that. You got a lot to say with no money. A lot to say. You talking. But I ain't see no mortgage be paid. I ain't see no property tax coming here. You ain't paying water bills. The light bill. Okay? You steady got my kitchen stinking with that little Vietnamese food. I let you do that. But I want some greens and some chicken up in here sometime. You ain't call yourself don't want my mama up in here. Tell me I'm lying. And he went in there and checked Jeannie's mama. And Jeannie mama almost had a heart attack. Because she ain't never been talked to like that. Okay? It take a black man that's fed up with you and all your BS to come in there to check you. It take a black man. You be feeling 2 inches. I swear to God, you'll feel 2 inches after he get done with you. Because he gonna read you your whole life. And you gonna be like, dang. He felt like that the whole time. Oh, yeah, you brought it out of him. I tell you, it almost ain't nothing more vicious than a black man that was trying to be nice, but he done had it. Now he finna tell you how he really feel. You have a heart attack. He went in there and checked on mama, and that sparked a big old argument between him and Jeannie. Because she did not appreciate that. And when she called herself trying to tell him about how he talked to her mama, he bit her head off. I gave you time and time. How many times have we had this conversation, Jeannie? How many times? How many times you gonna violate what we doing? You think you just gonna be able to just keep doing that? You just think you just gonna be able to keep doing that and I'm not gonna say nothing? Meanwhile, your mama getting bolder and bolder. Every day, she add a vertebrae to her backbone because she thinks she able to stand in front of me and say what she want to say. I don't care nothing about her saying it in that little voice. And she call herself raising her little voice to me. And then I got to be nice because that's your mama. Like, no. So I don't know what you gonna do or how you gonna do it, but since you couldn't say all of the things that I told you you needed to say and you needed to do, I told you need to stand up to your mama. You didn't want to do that. I told you need to go in there and talk to your mama. You know what I'm saying? Tell her to stay out of the business. You didn't want to do that. All that other kind of stuff. I gave you time. How many chances did I give you for that? You think I'm going to live like that? You honestly think I'm going to live like that? Huh? With your mama in here yimmering and yapping and trying to tell me, do you know who I am? Tell your mama. I don't care what kind of man. I ain't no white man. I ain't none of your last husband. You can't talk to me like that. You got that? So all that tiger mom, I don't care nothing about all that. Nothing. You either, Jeannie, you can go too. Jeez. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. But I love you. Yeah, if you love me, you would do what I asked you to do. If you loved me, you wouldn't violate our relationship by inviting her into it the way that you do. Okay? So I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear all that. Because you're doing too much. And you're letting her do too much. All in the mix. I'm tired of that. She don't tell me what to do. You my wife or you her wife? I'm telling you. He got real tired of that. Thank you, Save Yourself, for the contribution, sweetheart. Thank you, RBN. So I pay the cost to be the boss. Can't talk crazy in no black person house that you not bringing no bread to. You cannot. You cannot. Thank you once again, RBN. So I'm checking anything that move in my home, that move out of alignment of my home life balance. Exactly. Thank you, Miss 39 Dina. And thank you, Miss Gloria, for your super sticker, sweetheart. So all of that, cozying up to him, and Jeannie talks sweet to him. Jeannie, see, that was an issue in the beginning of the relationship. Her feeling like she could flip off at the mouth of her, but he checked her. He checked her for that. That's why she talked about it. I had to check that because I really wanted him in my life. Okay. She checked that. Her mouth with him in terms of constantly getting smart just for no reason. She checked that as much as she could. So that, she was trying to watch her tone and stuff like that. The problem was that she allowed, see, a lot of times chicks, it's not innocent. Let me talk to these mama's girls. Because we always want to talk about mama's boys, but let's talk to these mama's girls. Okay? That you can't move without your mama. All right? You can't make a decision without your mama. You can't conduct a relationship properly with your husband without your mama. Let's talk to them, because I don't think enough focus get on the mama's girls. We always talk about mama's boys and the son husband. Okay, that's a problem too. But what about these daughter husbands? You can't have a conversation with your man in confidence. Because here you go, always running back to your mama, talking. It's not innocent. It is not benign. It's not, oh, my mom is my confidant. I share everything with my mama. That's the problem. Everything is not to be shared with your hyena, dirty, back-footed mama. Okay? I don't care if she was a good mama, because a good lioness mother would not allow you to violate your marriage, to tell her anything. She would tell you, baby, keep your bedroom talk in your bedroom. And I'm not talking about sex talk. I'm talking about the pillow talk, the private conversations that a wife have with her husband should not be put out to even her mother, even if her mother is her confidant. That's not the proper way to deal with things. Every little thing, you got your mama involved. Every little thing, here come you calling your mama. Every little time, you got your mama with information that she do not need. Especially if you got one of them mamas that don't even know how to keep her mouth shut. She gonna spill the beans to your husband to let him know that she know, and you ain't treating my daughter right. Ain't nobody got time for that. Having your mama as your quote-unquote backup, that's finna break your marriage, boo-boo kitties. You about to break your relationship up. He married you, not your mama. When your mama asks you, well, how's your marriage? How's your husband? Oh, he good, ma. Everything is fine. That's what she should get. Everything is all right, mom. We good. Even if you ain't. You could have just got through arguing with him. Your mama should know that. You're always on the phone. Mama, he said this, and mama, he did that. You invite your mama into the chaos of your relationship, but you don't never invite her to the peace of it. You don't tell her about the time you made up and all that other kind of stuff. How you wasn't even mad a little bit later on. And she giving you this little back-footed advice about how you should handle it. Advice that ain't gonna do nothing but harden your husband's heart against you. Or she bully you into making decisions and doing things against the musura and the consultation that you had with your husband and the understanding that you had with your husband. And these little weak hyenas, they get around another hyena and gotta prove her back feet. Gotta prove that her man ain't running her relationship. Gotta prove that she's in charge. Gotta prove that she can tell Jeezy what's what. And you can't. That ain't even the relationship that you got. And you got to try to prove your back feet. See, I'm still part of the sisterhood. I'm still part of the hyena clan. Who you talking to? He don't run me. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. He got a whole battery in your back. He do run you. What you talking about? He run you and you like it. Not only do he run you and you like it. You like it like that. I don't know what these chicks be thinking about. I don't care nothing about what no back feet talking about. I'll tell you in a minute. My husband said, I'll tell you in a hot second. When my husband said, I ain't doing what y'all, yup. I be doing what he say, yup. You always talking about what your husband said. I sure am. Yup. You do anything he run you. Yes. My husband said I can't do that. What you mean your husband? My husband said I can't do that. Now, I don't want to hear. Listen, that's the be all end all of the conversation. Hey, we ain't talking about it no more. I don't need you to study question me. Trying to give me that little back-footed peer pressure about, girl, you should do it. No. Because you ain't got to live with them. Like that little meme say, you'll get me in trouble. If I get into it with them, I got to live here. You don't. You get me in trouble. Just move out the way. You be worse than Day up here. Okay, I need to get that as a sound bite too. You get me in trouble. You don't get me in trouble. Thank you, Ruminant said Jeannie thought she had some non-black woman privilege. She felt like he would take more off her than a black woman. She thought wrong. I do believe that there was a portion of her that felt like, oh, you know, he married me, I guess, to get away from black women or blah, 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 blah. So I can kind of pull a little bit of my mess. See, I'm telling you, these other women got their own mess. You can't simp for none of them. Thank you again, RBN said, Boo Boo Kitty, I can't. Thank you again, Almond said, quit talking to your single mama. She hating on you. She hating. Thank you, Almond. She hating because you got a man and she don't. Okay? Ain't nobody dusting the cobwebs off of that to get to it. And she mad. I don't know what to tell you, mama. If I was you, I put some earplugs in. I get you some headphones. I get you some headphones. You know, you can stay in the basement. You got to knock before you come up here. Because you come upstairs unannounced, you're going to get an eyeful. Come up here talking about you trying to visit with your grandbaby. You better wait. Now I got you down there. You know, it's fully furnished. You got your kitchen down there. You got your bathroom down there. You got your bedroom down there. You got your TV down there. You better get comfortable. Because you come up out that basement unannounced, you're going to get an eyeful. You're going to get a surprise. And you're not going to like it. And I ain't going to be shamed. Now, like I said, I get you some headphones. You know, turn the TV up a little bit or something. Go to bed. I don't know. You ain't gonna cramp my style. Me and my husband in here getting it in. Do you understand that? That's where that baby come from. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear nothing about, you know what I'm saying, what's appropriate or none of that. In me and my husband's house, what's appropriate is what we say is appropriate. Thank you, Jared. Says she popped out that baby and thought she didn't have to check herself and her mother anymore. Jeannie's mother doesn't have a life of her own to ruin. Exactly. So she meddling. Thank you, Mike. Said Crimson, you got me crying over here. My husband said, I swear to God, that's my favorite sentence. My husband said, I can't do that. No, my husband said. Yeah, I get you some noise canceling headphones. Girl, listen, let me tell you. That is the end of the discussion. And if you got women around you that don't feel like that's the end of the discussion, you got the wrong women around you. You talking to the wrong females. You talking to the wrong females. If you can talk to your sister, your mama, your friend, or whatever, and tell them, now my husband said that, that I'm not to do that. Girl, if they got a whole lot to say after that, these are the wrong females. These are the wrong females. You do everything he say, which is why I have a man and you don't. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I do everything he say. I do everything he say. You do everything Dontavius say. And he don't pay nothing, don't do nothing. You do everything that dude say. You be all at Walmart getting him all the Pop-Tarts he be asking for. Leave me alone. He be calling you at 2 a.m. talking about, so you gonna come over here and give me some of that. You be putting your shoes on before he can get off the phone. You do everything Dontavius tell you. Talking about you don't submit. Yes, you do. Not my fault that you do it for the wrong dude. At least I'm doing it for the one marry me. And Jeannie did not know how to check her mother. I'm telling you, the different nuances within that relationship caused the demise and the breakdown of her relationship with Jeezy. He had enough. He had told her a few times to stop it, to listen, cut it out, cut that short, stop that. Stop that dynamic, or we can't continue to be married, because I'm not going to be married to you under that. I'm not going to do it, Jeannie. I'm not going to do it. And she felt like, oh, well, I guess time felt like she had time she didn't have. When these men start looking at you and he don't want to talk about it no more, because he done already said what he said, and it's the third time he done said that. You had that same conversation, and he ain't trying to have that conversation no more. He done. Please understand you on a countdown. Please understand if you got one more again. One more again. Because a man that's worth something is not going to keep saying the same thing. At least give me a new problem to talk about. We going to talk about the same problem? Oh, you got me messed up. You got me messed up, ma'am. You and your mama. Anyway, I just wanted to, let me get to the rest of these super chats. Thank you, Mike. Said Crimson, you got me. Oh, my husband said, yeah. Thank you, D. Said Dontavius, you're definitely a foundational black woman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You do everything he tell you to do. That PS5 be hot every day. And you do everything he tell you to do with a hot PS5. Doing nothing no dude saying his PS5 overheat. We not dealing with no hot PS5. Every day your Xbox hot. Anyway, I just wanted to come and talk to y'all and offer my 2 cents on what I think the death knell in Jeezy and Jeanie Mai's marriage was. We could be wrong. Again, no one has actually said specifically why they are getting divorced or why Jeezy filed for that divorce. Okay. But I definitely wanted to talk about it. So what I need you guys to do is jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.